Nichols, Memphis. How y'all doing out there, everybody?
Bless world, bless world.
Great. And
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
we want to introduce ourselves to y'all. We want to talk about the horrific murder that happened in Memphis. Rest in peace, Tyre Nichols.
Yeah.
We want y'all to listen to our input as we converse about it. It's an act of genocide, be black on black, no matter if it was perpetuated by uniform officers or not. But it was done, and a young brother lost his life. Nothing. A traffic stop. It happened many times, many times, and this is ridiculous, and it has to stop. These are young black men and women getting killed by people in authority. They're supposed to serve and protect us. So that's that. You know, this genocide is real. It's not in the past. It still exists to this day. And them men of color killed another color. But we'll get deeper of that part later on. So please bear with us and listen to you. Can y'all introduce yourself?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, yo, on me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, due to the fact that we live in, um, uh, say, a
Available,
systematic
y'all,
society, you know what I'm saying?
y'all first, bro. Introduce
Huh?
yourself. That's what
What do you say?
Introduce yourself first. We're going to
Oh,
introduce ourselves
oh,
first.
how y'all doing, world? My name is OG Steve-O from Oklahoma City. Day one shotgun, you know, been a survivor of the genocide for over 30 years now. You know, got my mind right, trying to enlighten young brothers to uh, go on a different path now, man. But as I was saying, you know, since we live in this systematic world of business, America is the business. And you got to understand that everything that we're going through was already planned for us to go through.
told you,
You
baby.
know, we are we are a product of this land. You know, it's a new way of modern day slavery. Y'all used to hear it back in the day. You know how people, you know, still in slavery. You gotta understand that it ain't all about the chains and whips and being on the plantation picking cotton. And came up with a new way for us to be the product, and that's you know introducing us to things that we should have never been a part of, but we had to live, and they got a part of our community, and that sold us in to be the product for this nation to thrive on. You know, policing people. You know, so you know when you see this uh, problem that's been happening to black folks since we've been born and more, it's not really surprising or nothing new. It's just that ain't nobody came up with no true solutions because, you know, if you make more money off the problem, why would you create a solution to stop it? You know? So in turn, these brothers did this horrible thing to another brother. You gotta also think that they still human too. So they still have their own emotions and whatnot. And from what I'm reading, it's kind of stemmed from one of the little police officers couldn't handle his wax with his lady. Some little young nigga then came and popped her. You know what I'm saying? And he then stalked the man and chased him down and basically killed him. You know, so it's little things like that. We gotta come up with solutions. We always state the problem, but ain't nobody got no solutions to fix nothing. So being a part of genocide for so many years, you often think of what can you do to fix the situation? How can you turn around, you know, and stop some of this stuff from happening to innocent black brothers, in America. You know, what can you do? What's your party? You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, let him introduce himself as well, and we'll get deeper off into that.
Hey,
You know.
well, bro took off with it. I was letting him go. I was letting him go.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I'm John Parker, the original caveman from God knows Garden Day. Yeah, been participating active soldier in genocide for 30 some odd years also myself. I'm joining this video with my comrades in hopes that we could share a little bit of our story and hoping to maybe enlighten some people to choose a different path that to enlighten themselves to change. Everything must change. Seasons change, so everything must change. It's unfortunate that we're constantly subject to what we see as to what happened to this young man in Memphis. It's a double whammy when you see black on black and one of the black is in uniform. Unfortunately, those 5 men have been taught in some way, some form in their lives, or somewhere in their lives, they've been taught to hate the man that looks like them, because truly, that beating and the way that they treated that young man was done with malice and hatred because of the emotion that was into the stomping and the hitting in the face. When I looked at that video and that young man cried out, "Mama," I think it would tug at anybody's heart at that particular time. It just shows sometimes how we lose compassion for the human being, for the fellow man. It was it was a gang whooping, and you might as well call those five policemen gang members at that time, because they participated in some gang activity. The things that they said they deserve and protect, and they served him. They didn't protect him, but they served him, and it was a dish. It was a dish that he didn't want, because they served him death.
yeah,
Unfortunately, they was the judge and the jury right there at that point in that young man's life. So we here to shed some light on that, and any time that is right against wrong, then I hope I'm standing on the side of right. I'm hoping I'm standing on the righteous side, and that's why I'm joining in this conversation, this speak on it.
and I'll elaborate on that because that's exactly what it is. We all been a part of gang violence and gang jumping people, beating people. There was gang members in police uniform. That squad treated that man just like I have treated a blood or another crip. They stomped him, beat him, but they had the ups on him because they also apprehended him and
yeah,
did to him. He didn't even get a right chance to defend his own self. But there was a white man that would have treated that white man like that in no traffic stop.
no,
Never did that. That's where the black on black genocide. We grew up trying to kill each other. The black
Yeah,
man killing the black man. We didn't go kill white.
yeah,
We killed each other. We
yeah,
shot, robbed, and sold drugs to one another, man. So that's why it's important to me to speak on this, because it's not. People think it's only gang members, people that live in the streets that do crime, got hatred in their heart and mind. Like you say, that was embedded in them. They
yeah,
grew
yeah,
up hating their own person. They hate
yeah.
the, because, like I say, no way would you would have done that to a white man if you pulled him over. You might have thrashed him. You never would have beat him to death, man. And then another thing about the statement of mother that you spoke upon, Kate, and it's a cold thing. I was speaking with my partner yesterday about. In all these videos we've seen, the black man, when we get tortured and punished, who do we call out for? Our mother, who gave us life. That's
And
who
mama,
they don't say daddy, they don't say father, they call for mama.
yeah,
I think I think the key is that a lot of times for that particular thing, a lot of times we absent as black men because we're already in prison or dead. We absent in their lives, and who's the nurturer when we're going through trauma? When we're dealing with something in life, who's the nurturer? Who holds us and lets us know that everything all right? Mama's always been there. Mama's love is unconditional. Mama's gonna be there for baby regardless. And I
She's
just
gonna be the protector.
and I think, see, black genocide is just not about the violence. Black genocide is mental, like the brother said. It's not
Yeah.
it's not just a physical slavery. It's a mental and conditional thing. Them men were taught. The Willie Lynch thing is teach them to hate each other, teach them
Oh,
not to like each other.
oh
You know what
yeah.
I mean? So they'll despise each other. So once we get them to despise each other, they'll treat each other like shit. Every other nationality, every other race of people can come as one, but the black man and the black race is because we have been taught and we have been trained not to like each other. And I'm not saying everybody before everybody get up in a uproar about it. I'm saying that most of us have been trained. We treat each other with jealousy. We treat each other with hatred. We treat each other with envy. We treat each other with all the things, all the poisons of life, all the poisons that make us that could make us take another life, not put a value on the next man's life, not compassion, not to have compassion and say he's somebody's father, he's somebody's son, he's somebody's brother, he's somebody's something. In the same way for the women, we've been taught to compete against each other, not to uplift and hold each other down, but to compete and to
Yeah.
drown each other.
Like crabs in a bucket, cuz.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta think about it.
yeah.
Society, and it ain't just in our community or whatnot. You think about it, and you hear the songs, and you hear it from coast to coast of how you know
Yeah,
instead of us encouraging each other when we make it or when we doing good, we want to sit back and say, "Oh, that fool ain't this shit." This fool ain't doing nothing. Instead of like, "Hey, brother, how can I do that too?
Uplifting.
How can we make this thing grow, man?
that's
I
it.
got a
Yeah,
section over here. I
that's
can
it.
do something different, man. But I just need a little insight on how you got this going over here.
That's
But
it. Yeah,
we, like you say, we got planted with that seed of destruction towards each other to where it's always a competition. Like, I'm
that's
flying
right.
than you. I got the best bitches. I got
That's
this,
it.
that. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
we
it.
always trying to prove a point amongst each other that don't mean fucking shit. Because you
That's
don't
it.
you don't get no trophy, no merit, no retirement, no benefits from fucking uh uh, uh street creds, I want to say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that.
Right.
Because it's different. We from the streets. We know what it is. We got a level of respect out there. Just because the way we carried ourselves over the years. But at the same time, when it boils down to it, in the end, um, a lot of people have died over some frivolous ass shit that they
Frivolous
should
shit.
have never should have died before. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Absolutely.
um,
Absolutely.
we got injected with this poison a long time ago because it was all a part of the plan from coast to coast to make us the product, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And we
Yeah.
had to adapt to the environments that we lived in order to survive. It's still that same shit. Only the strong gonna survive,
Yeah.
and they gonna put us in places in positions to where they're gonna take the strongest off the streets. That's why it's a lot of us in the pen because they know that the fear factor that's in us is like they don't want it to be
We,
redirected towards them.
we
You
was
know what I'm
kings
saying?
and
Because
queens, man.
yeah, because
Black
when we
nation.
wake up, we can be a force together. If it's like, I always often think it's like, if niggas would stop fighting each other, but it's the killing that ran so deep that it's been made so much bad blood that niggas can't shake it. And it was just the thought of, what if all the so-called, what you want to call a gang, all said fuck killing each other and start, killing motherfuckers that's been oppressing them, then how would it look? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you go from one negative to another, but it ain't helping nobody live, you know? So we got to figure out a way to become the antidote so we can help our generation live on so they can start knowing that motherfucking poison out of their damn head because the mentality that we've been uh, forced to live in keeps us in a
Well,
box.
I applaud Cousin Zephyr by just doing this live and put it out there. This is one way we can we could get to them. This is one way that you can reach them and let them know that it is life after all that, that we can change after all that, we can get better, that we can pull together. What we have to do is the same, each one teach one. It takes a village to raise a child. Just like we pause in some of those minds, we got to go back, we got to fix it, we got to make that right. We got to balance out the scales, and cuz is doing the right way by just getting this out there. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, out of the way they participated and what they participated in, I'm sure they wasn't talking to no neighborhood kids about right and wrong. They hoping that they get another case. They hoping that they get another call so they can go beat somebody's ass. A couple of them have already been under investigation before for the same type of brutality against people. You know what I mean? Some of them shouldn't have been on the force, man. Bottom line is that, it's sad. At one thing I do applaud Memphis is because they fired their ass in a heartbeat. That was the blueprint. That should be had even now. Let's do the same thing when the white officers beat out a nigga and kill him. We need to do the same thing, follow the same protocol, get their ass out of there, get the film out there where we could see it, to where we know, not no 6 months investigation and all this. No, do the same thing.
And that's the sad part about it all.
Yeah.
Other piece of the genocide.
Yeah.
They gonna make an example out of them brothers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They gonna make an example out of them.
Oh yeah.
But example out of these white men killing us. You know what I'm saying? But we can take the race fact out of it because we know it will never change. It ain't gonna balance because we are not together. We are our own worst enemy. You know.
Oh yeah.
And it's sad, but it's. And like I say, one of my statements of today is we can all die, but can we live together? Anybody can kill your own brother, but can I live with you? That's the hard part. Let's live together. Grow together.
That's good right there, Play.
Heartbeat.
Yeah, that's good right there, Play.
And it's also too, it's the thing of, if motherfuckers say, how can we do that? It's like, first, we gotta address the issue of us killing each other. You know what I'm saying? And what we killing each other for.
But how many murders already been in Oklahoma, and we ain't even out the first month yet, man. We ain't in February. And I know I done heard, witnessed, and been part of 10, 15 murders, man.
Die every day, man.
Come on. And they, whether it's drugs, whether it's violence, or whether it's health reasons, people is passing away daily. But how many times have we seen a community or anybody come together daily to help one another? How many homeless people have been helped throughout this cold weather? How many people pulled up? I got shoes in my car right now. I'm trying to ride around and get this from somebody in Texas that ain't got no shoes, man. That's just me and my heart. I don't want them no more. I don't need them no more. So I'm doing this. And not knowing my sister and my auntie and my mother then went to the Jesus house in the city the other day, giving clothes and stuff with the church. To the homeless. And here I am in Texas doing the exact same thing. I don't even know it. I don't even know they're doing this. But it's in my heart to do it. You know, it's just got to be led by something. And I ain't no person Bible thump or nothing like that. But I know where I'm raised and how my heart, who I am.
Yeah, man.
Say it.
All that when I was growing up, but
what
I the foundation we set, like our family, our mothers, we got it in us. That's why we can make that turnaround from being gang members, participants in genocide.
It's already there. Yes, sir.
The grandfathers and entrepreneurs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, we did that. We sat on blocks selling cocaine in the snow, in the rain. You know what I'm saying? We didn't rob motherfuckers for putting up. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know that. Now what we doing? We know what our job titles are. We know what we do. We ain't got to brag to people about it, but we know we set up in them cell blocks together, man. We ain't just getting together talking about this right now. We get attention together. We actually comrades from birth to older men. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So these people got to hear it. They got to know this ain't for no like views. If you
Yeah.
get them, but
It's like the
man,
other day, you
hey,
know, my brother passed away, man. So, you know, we got a lot of clothes and stuff. And you know, my brother had a lot of shoes, man. And man, you know, this giving thing is not for publicity. It's not to be, you know, oh, look at me, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. It's because it's what we're supposed to do, man. You gotta have compassion for your fellow human. You know, we spent over 30 some years, man, not giving a fuck about past for another human. It's the way we had to live, you know, and to be able to give these people things that mean so much to them, man, that's my reward, you know, from God. I don't look for nothing in return. Is when I do that stuff. Like uh, 2 weekends ago, well, like right after the funeral, whatnot. A week after, well, bagged up 27 pairs of shoes, man. Uh, had some Zoom Zooms and Wham Whams that I got from my job. Somebody had donated them. We put them all in bags, man, and just it was nighttime, and we wish we could have got them in the daytime, but man, we handed out all the 27 pairs of shoes, Jordans, Chucks, Nikes, KDs, all kind of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to help people like that and to show my kids because all my daughters was with me, you know, and for them to be with it, you know, it's something that I wanted to pass along to them is that, you know, your daddy ain't been negative all his life. You know what I'm saying? And it's thing like you gotta have a good heart in this world in order to make it, man. You know, and
Yeah.
you gotta have compassion for your human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's mandatory that we balance out those scales, man. Like Cuz said, we done enough. We created some monsters. You know what I mean? We created some. Some people that looked up on us when we was doing that, rob and selling crack, and say, "I want to be like him. I want to be just like him." Now they can look at us and say, "He's trying to correct it," and say, "I want to be just like him. I want to recover from just like him. I want to
Yeah,
bounce back just like him." That's why I go inside the penitentiaries and teach those classes and stuff, man. So somebody can say, "Man, there is life after this."
yeah, man.
Now we
Yeah,
can
man.
do better after this. We can recover from this. We can come back and be back on top. We can be men,
Yeah.
and not little boys acting like men. We can be men. That
See,
man is mine. You know what I mean?
see, now,
Now we living. Now we
uh,
being the man. Now it's
yeah,
being the true essence of man, enjoying your grandbabies,
yeah,
enjoying you know what I'm saying, enjoying your life and living life to the fullest. They got to look over your shoulder and worry about all that old stuff, man. Because you're living right. When you
yeah.
live right, when you live right and you're doing right, you don't worry about this stuff because
No,
you know what you're doing. You about blessing people now.
yeah,
You ain't got your palm up, you got your palm down because you're
yeah,
blessing somebody, because you try
yeah,
to change somebody's life. You try to speak positive into somebody. You try to speak
yeah,
life into somebody. And that's a difference. Speaking life and death into people's life, there's a difference, bro. And
yeah.
that's why, like bro said, we don't need and nobody need no likes and all that. That's not what I'm on here for. No
Mm,
likes and no clicks and all that. I'm on it because I'm willing to open my life up. If it would have helped somebody,
yeah,
if it will help somebody, I'll
I
open my life up like an open book to bless anybody.
I
To
yeah,
do
bless
this.
anybody.
Excuse me, but I do this because the world is hearing from everybody, but they ain't never heard from us. That's
Yeah.
what y'all
Yeah.
need to talk to us. Hear our opinion. Hear what we got to say, because we're not overlooked. We're factors on this earth. We got stuff to say. God created us to be somebody.
yeah,
That's right.
Listen to we supposed to be like I said, and I again, y'all sent us to prison to destroy us, but you didn't do nothing but created us. You
Yeah.
created me to be
oh
the man.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
oh
meant
yeah,
to send me away. I say like Joseph, what y'all meant for bad, God meant for good, man.
yeah,
And so that's what it is. And I always refer back to biblical things because I study the Bible word, like we say, we don't do
That's,
it for the glamour. We do it
that's
because
it.
that's on our heart, man. And that's how
yeah,
we give back. Now the
That's
reward
it. That's
we
it.
yeah,
pass it on, man. Like I said,
yeah,
That's it. That's it.
I want to be a philanthropist. I want to give back. I help
yeah,
destroy it.
yeah,
I want to rebuild it. Every time I was 21, that's been my goal.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
still, and I'm
Yeah.
still going to try to do that. I'm
And
gonna,
that's one thing. I know. When I created that garden gathering page, at first it was kind of for that, but as it started to go on, and then you start to see the joy of all the families and all the families. Huh? Okay, yeah, and I got you, man. Uh, and seeing the joy of families coming together, man, and they ain't seeing each other in years and shit like that. You know, that's the thrill that I get out of it. It's not for to have a big ass party. It's to keep your roots together. A lot of times we got the society that we live in now. How many times have we been to a family reunion of your own family? We don't have family reunions no
no
more.
more. No more. I've been over 30 years. Last time
You
it
see
was
what I'm
probably
saying?
89, 88.
So that was one reason why I keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing whether I have help or not to keep that root watered, because to show togetherness, to show loyalty through adversity is the true strength of a community. You know what I'm saying? Because you're showing motherfuckers that you stick together through thick and thin, no matter what it is. We always got each other's back. And to
The world lacks
see
love.
grown motherfuckers not participate and not put in for their families, you know what I'm saying? It's frustrating, but I can't get frustrated at, because that'll make you stop. You know what I'm saying? And that'll make you, not complete your mission because of the way you feeling about somebody else. They don't have to have the same thoughts and feelings as you. You got to
No.
keep your fucking mission pushing. Whether you got 10,000 motherfuckers with you, if you got one motherfucker with you. You know what I'm saying? You got
Yeah.
to keep going, because the greater good of what you're trying to do outweighs the negative of what people see. You know what I'm saying? To be able to give back to those kids, like on Easter and Christmas, shit like that, when we gave away them bikes and shit like that, man, that shit's amazing to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some shit that we should have been doing a long time ago as a coalition, because we together, and every year we should, our community shouldn't be hurting for shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up, let's stop right there because we got off the subject of what this is about. We can
Mhm.
talk on that other time about our community. So we talking about the young man's death in
Yeah.
Detroit.
But see, that's where it stems from, though. It's like when you talk about a community, it's like these brothers that's police that's in this community. You see it all the time. Why would you join a police force and want to be the same as
The,
the
the, the,
oppressor?
the problem, exactly. The oppressor, the problem of it. We had
You
the
know?
same. We grew up. We had off of Matthews. We had the what they call them, the jump out crew and all that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We had the same type of people. The Scorpion unit, they were the same thing. That's why I said it didn't just now exist. It's been on.
yeah,
Matthew that harassed us,
yeah,
pulled us over, and
yeah,
sweated us. And this,
yeah.
but like the homie say, he's seen them now. He still remember his name 30 some years from then.
Oh yeah,
Because you remember his house getting shot up. He come in there for the report and see what's going on. But that house was a victim. But y'all coming,
yep,
call we the reason.
yep.
So your mind ain't to serve and protect. You coming like, well, if y'all this type of person wouldn't happen. Come on, that's not
Not at all.
you don't supposed to have that when you wearing a uniform. My brother-in-law
And then
is the captain of
y'all
the police
y'all
force.
y'all want us
He
to,
don't move that way. He don't act.
yeah, and then y'all want us to break down and so called trust y'all to I don't know what y'all want us to do. You know, how can you trust a motherfucker that's oppressing? That's like a beat animal.
Hey
Every
man,
time that motherfucker see that human coming towards him, he gonna start flinching and trying to run.
hey man, them police was pulling up. They was pulling up, jumping straight out that car, running up, kicking that man and hitting that. They just didn't
Exactly.
see fuck what was going on. They just jumped out that car and ran up the store. Just this had to be something that they've done before. It was too smooth. It was too
Yeah,
easy for them. This had to be something that they done before.
And
It
they
was too
laughed and
easy.
talked about it. They laughed about it and they
yeah.
described how they did it. This and you come on, man. That's
Malicious.
man. That is
Malicious than a motherfucker, man. You
and
know?
they know they on camera. Know they got they don't even care. So they
No.
showing people authority, not doing. And this is what they
Hey,
thought.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. The only reason why we know about this because that boy died.
Yes. It happens all day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. If he
yeah.
wouldn't have died, we wouldn't know nothing about this shit. There's somebody getting beat right now, nigga. Shit.
Oh, of course, of course,
They killed
of
Robert
course.
in peace. I ain't never heard about him. The police
Shit,
tried to kill him. This is when the police killings was rapid throughout the United States of America. They killed Robert, rest in peace.
man.
Killed him at the same time. They never speak up on that because
No.
what white person or it wasn't what I'm like, dang, I was in prison when that happened.
Yeah,
They talk about shooter getting killed
yeah,
by the police,
yeah, yeah. It's a
but
lot of
they it
issues.
happens all so often.
Yeah. It's like it became a norm and getting used to it. The first thing people want to say, "Oh, what was he doing? What was he doing?"
Yeah.
Motherfucker, he was just living. He was being a human. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing. He was
One
minding
thing,
his business, and then you got this jealous. Who is the reporters right from what it's saying that the police found out that Tyre was messing with his girlfriend, and that's why they got him.
all that stuff.
I'm saying, man, to that emotional poison that they inject. Now you done gave these niggas some power. These niggas is running around. See, we don't live in a city where we got a lot of black police officers like Memphis. Memphis is a predominantly black city. You know what I'm saying? Where you got that's common. We see 5 police officers up there and they all black. You're not gonna see that here. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna have 5 niggas together running around as a scorpion unit.
You want me
You
to
know
tell you
what I'm
why
saying?
it was so normal for them because, like the people say, that's why they all got fired. Not one officer stopped or intervened. Not
Nope,
one said this ain't right.
nope.
All of them participated in it.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
y'all been doing that.
Oh yeah. And it's been a common thing to where they got away with it because um you know the scope of how they approach people. I mean, this is not something that the young man was doing wrong. It's not like he was speeding or he was causing or bringing attention to himself. This man got stalked, hunted down because he knew that was the dude porking his wife,
But
and he
okay,
hunted him,
and
and he got
so
his homeboys to help him.
gang shit, man. Gang shit. That's all it was. Some gang members in uniform. And this is the other thing they said he was acting crazy, bucking wild. Have you ever got sprayed with pepper spray? You
Man,
can't breathe. You got to do it. That's your natural reaction.
man.
You got out of pepper spray. You can't go to abnormal strength, go wild and crazy.
Come
But
on, man.
ladies spray, that there and obey any type of command. He got to run. He got to get away.
Man. It's a natural instinct for
Exactly.
all humans to when it comes to a certain point.
Especially if you
You know,
start beating my ass for nothing. You
you
start
know,
beating my ass for nothing. I'm gonna swing back or run or something. I'm
yeah.
gonna do something.
Exactly. I got
It's
It's
a,
either fight. It's either fight or flight. In that situation, it's fight or flight.
and that goes back to that corner dog theory, man. That cornered animal, man.
Shit.
You know, that animal is only gonna let you beat on it for so long till it gotta go. You know, it's gonna defend itself to get out the corner so he can get away from you. You know, because he know he in trouble. And in this case, excuse me, poor little fella
it.
couldn't get out. He couldn't get away because there was just too many of them. They was on him like hyenas, man.
Yo, you got reverb now, bro. I don't know how.
On me, everybody got reverted now,
Yeah,
huh?
but yeah, man. We gonna bring this to an end, man. That's it. I appreciate y'all for sharing y'all input and insight. Until the next time, man. We're gonna say bye, y'all for listening to us, and we appreciate the love and hope y'all show more love to one another as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
peace and love, man.
And rest in peace to that young man and to his family. Our prayers and hope y'all see justice.
absolutely, absolutely.
They
Justice.
will. Blessing.
Brothers and family is on the other side of it. I feel sorry for y'all, what y'all finna have to go through, because y'all family members may be doing a lot of prison, which they deserve.
Yeah.
Which they deserve.
Yeah. You abuse your power, cuz. That's
Yeah,
all
you
it's
abused
to it.
it, you lost it. You
Yeah.
lost it, man. And you got to
Yeah.
pay for it. Y'all want us to pay for it? Y'all
Yeah.
got to pay for it too.
Yeah.
But
Y'all
for
should have
America,
been.
make it right for more people, not just the black people. When
Yeah,
white people
man.
Right.
do this, y'all punish them just the same.
Yep.
And
Yep.
make an example out of the blacks. They made examples out of us and sent
Yep.
us to prison for crimes we didn't commit and crimes we did commit.
Yep.
But it gotta stop. It gotta be even. It gotta be even. It can't be black get messed over. Cause
That's it.
not, it's gonna be genocide. You
Oh
can
yeah.
kind of distinguish a race, man.
Yeah, man.
I love
Yeah, man.
y'all, boys.
Love
All
y'all.
right.
Cool.
Thank you.
True.
2 minutes.